Most public access television services across the country are provided by organizations independent of municipal government. In Massachusetts, 96 out of 102 public access organizations are independent. While REPAC and its predecessor were nonprofits, they were also influenced by previous politicians, which resulted in unsightly politics and costly litigation. Did I choose this? Currently, the Selectmen have hired 4 employees to operate cable access. 2 of them are appointed officials. With this in motion, how do you propose avoiding a repeat of the REPAC debacle?
Who's that to?
That is to, I'm sorry, Mrs. Botts.
Let's see, I think what we have to do is make every effort to prevent adversarial conditions. And if we see that they are getting political, which I don't think these people, because I know them, would do that, but if they do, we have to sit down and talk to them. You have to have an open, you have to be able to talk to them and have an open, I can't think of the word, can you think of the word?
I do that for
Dialogue. You have to have an open dialogue with them and just keep watch, because REPAC was really out of control. We can't ever let it happen again. But I don't really believe it will. I think we're smart enough now. We're looking at it, we're watching it.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Tito.
Sure. I think my feelings on REPAC are probably pretty well known to everyone in this room and everyone watching. I think they really, truly messed up in how they provided coverage for the town. Part of the reason they did that is their board structure was, to use a word, incestuous. The only way you could get on the board was by a vote of their board. Their board had to vote you on to be a board member. Therefore, it was pretty much a closed board. I've talked with our attorney who's dealt with the REPAC litigation, and he's done this in several other towns. There are many more ways to structure this. And just as a side, the 4 individuals, this is a temporary situation. These are volunteers who came forward, volunteered for the positions. We are paying them, but they stepped in very nicely to do this, and I thank them for it. This is temporary. The more permanent solution is a public access board that is accountable to the Board of Selectmen, and more importantly to the town. And one of the ways of doing that is actually having the town vote for the members of the board.
Okay, thank you. Ms. Pimental.
I believe that, and I believe Mr. Tito when he says that this is a temporary situation, just with some of the involvement over the last year with REPAC's actions. I appreciate the volunteers that did step up. I'm a proponent of going to a professional public access company. There's groups out there that do this for a living. They keep the politics out of it. They may or may not be residents. Some of the camera operators may be residents, but we should look for a professional organization to come in and provide our public access.
Thank you. And finally, Mr. Pennoyer.
I agree with the 3 members with us tonight. We do need to, we need not let that happen again. You know, it's such an important option that we have in Rehoboth, and we pay for it through our cable bill and so on and so forth. But I think it's great that if we can move forward. I'm not really well versed in it. It's an issue that I think the Board of Selectmen has dealt well with in the past, and I think that they will deal with it well in the future. I'd like to see, you know, a specific channel for number 9 made specifically for maybe just the meetings, and maybe channel 98 made just for the school department, and then the other channel for community projects and things like that. I think the Board of Selectmen are traveling in the right direction, and I agree with Ms. Pimental that it does need to be a professional corporation or body, and I think it should be elected too, because then I think it might also reflect the town better.
Okay, thank you.
That's it?
Time for
This question's for Mr. Tito. Currently, there's a proposal on purchasing the brick building next to the public safety building for a town hall. 1, do you approve of that plan? And secondly, would you be willing to take that plan to the next level and purchase the land across from the highway garage to make a future town center?
As far as the land across from the highway garage, I'm gonna have to plead ignorance on this at this point. I don't know what the limits of that parcel are, what that parcel would be going for, what that would cost the town. I'm in very much favor of a town center, but I'd have to look at that parcel more carefully to render an appropriate opinion. As for the brick building, I've gone through the building, I've looked at the architect's plans. I'm very excited about the idea of a new town hall. I know the people at our present town hall are very excited about the idea. I think anyone who's walked through our old town hall is very excited about it. We need it. The town needs it. We're negotiating with the current owner on a price, and we're looking at the architect's plans. One of the nice things about this current building is it's almost in move-in condition. 75% move-in condition. It would cost us much less, for example, than renovating the Anawan School for the same purpose.
Thank you. Same question to Ms. Pimental.
I am in favor of a new town office. I always cringe when I see the center of our current town office in the paper. It doesn't reflect Rehoboth. Aesthetically, I think we need something, but also for efficiency. It'd be nice to have everybody under one roof. However, I don't know if the cost outweighs the benefit. I haven't seen the final numbers of what it would take to renovate it to fit our needs, nor the cost of the building. As far as the parcel across the street, I didn't even know there was any parcel up for sale even under consideration. I agree with Mrs. Tito that I would have to look at that more closely to see if it's advantageous to the town, whether or not we need a town center, what it would cost, all of that before I make a decision on it.
Okay, thank you. Mr. Pennoyer, let me repeat the question, or?
Sure, go ahead.
Okay. Currently, there's a proposal on purchasing the brick building next to the public safety building for town hall. One, do you approve of the plan? And secondly, would you be willing to take that plan to the next level and purchase the land across from the highway garage to make a future town center?
I'm definitely for the new town hall. The way that it's been proposed to me is that the capping of landfill is going to be ending this year on our payment on that, and that's already within our budget. So it's been explained to me that there's a very good chance that we can purchase that building and move in condition, as Mr. Tito had said, and not raise our taxes and have a better town hall, which is more representative of our town. I've been going to the town hall for 15, 16 years now, and meetings up there, and the people there have worked well and have served the town well over the past years. But yes, I'm definitely in favor of a new town hall. And I'm in favor, and I'm actually glad because it's already built. So we don't have to build it and go through all the costs that are associated with building it. And as far as the land across the street, I'm very enthusiastic about that as a town center. But again, I don't know the specifics.
Thank you. Ms. Botts, same question to you.
I agree with the other three here. I'd love to see a new town hall. And as far as the land across the street, I have to agree with them. I don't know the specifics, so I can't give a, but if everything, figures out well, sure, we'll go with it. It depends on the cost and all the other things about it that we have to look into.
Okay, this may be the last question, maybe one more. We'll see how this goes. This is going to be for Mr. Pennoyer to start. The town of Taunton is actively seeking to be the home of one of the new Massachusetts casinos and will reap the financial benefits of having this in their town. If a casino were built in Rehoboth, the town would benefit by having funds available for a new town hall, fire, police station, etc., and properly funded schools. Will you actively seek out proposals to build a casino in Rehoboth?
Do I need a minute to answer that? No, absolutely not. I think they're great in Connecticut, and they'll be great in Taunton. I'm not a gambler, so I don't go to them, but I think the cons far outweigh the pros on that, and it's just, it took too long, just no.
Mrs. Botts?
No, definitely not. If anyone read the New York Times, Foxwood is $2.3 billion in debt right now. So for us to even think of putting in a slot parlor or a casino here, it's not a good idea. I mean, if we could fix it and make it look like a barn, maybe, so, but, I mean, we have to keep it rural, right? No, I don't believe it. That's a good idea for Rehoboth at all.
Dr. Tito?
I just want to comment on the unfairness of the planning board getting a brewery question. And we have to deal with the casino. My short answer and my gut feeling is no, I would not support a major large casino or really any gambling of that kind in Rehoboth. That being said, I'm open to any proposal brought forth in front of, and I'll give it a fair hearing at the level of the Board of Selectmen. If they had a proposal for something that somehow magically wouldn't impact the town in a negative way, I'd be willing to listen. That is a question of such import, I would very much want that to go in front of town meeting, and I would want the town to decide, not the Board of Selectmen.
Ms. Pimental?
I agree with all of the fellow candidates up here. I'm not in favor of it. I don't think it fits in Rehoboth at all. I certainly would take a look at any proposal, but again, I don't see a casino fitting in Rehoboth.